San Francisco. Joe Louis, former heavyweight champion of the world, meets Cesar Brion, the Argentine champion, in a 10-round bout. Here we go into round one. That's Brion with the white stripe on his trunk. He weighs 196 pounds tonight. Louis, 206. Second meeting between Louis and Brion. Joe beat Brion in a 10-round decision in Chicago about 9 months before. Brion put up a fine showing against Louis, and some of the experts think the Argentine can take Joe tonight. That time, Louis wasn't hit. Big crowd here at the Cow Palace tonight. Over 12,000 fans. That indicates the great popularity of Joe Louis. Huge crowds come to see him whenever he fights. The former champion still has a fine following. End of round one. Back in just a moment. Now round two of this 10-rounder between Joe Louis, former world heavyweight champion, and Cesar Brion of Argentina here at San Francisco's Cow Palace. Brion with a white stripe. Brion's been using a crouch in his second round. He's generally a stand-up fighter, but he's using the tactics of Arturo Godoy, the former South American champion who almost beat Louis many years before with just such a crouch. This isn't the same Joe Louis of his championship days, not by a long shot. But he's still a very tough fighter, and he still hits like the kick of a mule. Has a big growth on his left shoulder, but he says he's had it examined and the doctors say it's nothing. He says it doesn't hurt, doesn't affect his punching. round 2. In the third and fourth rounds, Brion's crouching tactics continue to give Lewis some trouble. Now here we go into round 5. Brion with a white stripe on his trunks. Brion's just a kid compared to Lewis. He's only 24. Lewis is 37 years old. That's a lot of years to give away in the fight game. In his entire professional career, counting exhibition bouts as well, Lewis has had 170 fights. He's won 61 by knockout. Brion's had 40 professional fights. He's won 35, only 17 by knockout. The age difference. Lewis is handling himself very well. Very fast out there tonight. His 206 pounds is the lowest weight he's carried into the ring in many a year. He's in great condition. Very serious about this comeback attempt. Still has that pile driver left jab. That's softened up many an opponent. The end of round 5. From the 6th through the 9th rounds, Lewis begins to open up on Brion with combinations to body and head, and Joe moves ahead on points. Now the 10th and final round of this bout between Joe Louis, the former world heavyweight champion, and Cesar Brion of Argentina here at San Francisco's Cow Palace. Brion's left eye is badly swollen. His mouth is cut up. But Lewis is unmarked after 10 fast rounds. One thing the experts around ringside have been noticing is that Lewis hasn't been punching in combinations very much. He seems to be satisfied to use his left jab or counter with a single punch. The old Lewis used to come in with both hands flying, punching in combinations very fast till his man came down. Brion keeps crowding Lewis. Doesn't give him any punching room. Joe keeps trying to stand him off and set him up. real sustained attack of combination punching. And the crowd is roaring. But the bell ends the fight. Yolo is the winner by unanimous decision. And the great Brown Bomber takes another step on the comeback trail to the championship.